Welcome to Alaska EdVenture, hosted by Dr. Meinert, Superintendent of the Fairbanks North Starborough School District. This award-winning podcast is your gateway to the heart of Alaska's educational landscape. In each episode, we'll explore the unique perspectives of guests who are shaping education in the last frontier. Join us on Alaska EdVenture as we share the insights and inspirations found in Alaska's K-12 classrooms.
Well, welcome back to the Alaska EdVenture podcast with Dr. Luke Meinert. Incredibly excited for the conversation today. We are going to talk about our best homeschool program here within the Fairbanks North Starborough School District. And so I have Kara Candelaria with us, who is our head teacher of BEST. And I would love for you to just introduce yourself, and we'll kick off the conversation about all the amazing things that BEST have to offer our students here in Fairbanks and statewide.
Okay, well, my name is Kara Candelaria, and as you said, I'm the head teacher at Fairbanks BEST, and I am really thrilled to be here to talk about it. One of the things I love is BEST. I love talking about it with everybody I can meet, and just so excited about how much we've grown and what we're doing. And so I'm really, really happy that you're having us on today.
Yeah, absolutely. So you did talk about that growth. What are our student enrollment numbers looking like, and how have we seen that growth over the last couple of years?
Well, we've grown, I think, exponentially. And so it's been really a steady growth. We're probably around 900 students right now and growing. And so our staff grows. And as we have more locations to serve students, I hope that trajectory continues. And it's really exciting to see that, because I know that I feel like every time somebody comes into BEST or finds out about BEST, they're like, wow, I never knew about BEST, but this is amazing. And I love that. So the more we can get, the word out about BEST and how amazing it is, and the more our numbers grow and they can get the word out, I think that'll set us up well.
Yeah, absolutely. I wish it wasn't so. Sometimes BEST is the best kept secret in terms of correspondence programs out there. And we do a lot with a very limited marketing budget. There's other programs that spend a tremendous amount on marketing and advertising, but a lot of ours is grassroots efforts and families talking to families and sharing the great things that are happening within the school.
Yeah, absolutely. That is absolutely how it is. And on the one hand, it's hard to compete when somebody is able to spend a lot of money and put a lot of advertising. But I think also I love the authenticity of having families just share with families about what an amazing program it is, and all of the amazing opportunities they have, and their interactions with staff and teachers. And so I think, grassroots is great.
Oh, it absolutely is. And one of the things I do think differentiates the BEST program from other programs is our facilities. Can you talk a little bit about our facilities that we have available for our students and families?
Yes, absolutely. So we have been for a couple of years. I guess this would be our third year. We've been in the Nordale Education Center, which has given us some great space to expand. And that's really, I think, been a big key to our ability to really provide the services that we can to families. So we have more space there, and we have, we can have clubs, we have gym, and all of these things. And so that's been happening for a couple of years. Well, now we have 2 more locations. We have our satellite hub in Two Rivers, which is wonderful that we can serve the families out there. And we have all kinds of activities out there that are really, I think, the great thing about Two Rivers is that it's such a cool community, and there's so many cool things that can happen out there that just aren't necessarily happening in Fairbanks. And so all of our BEST students have access to that and will be able to participate in that. And I'm excited to see where that goes over the course of this year. But also we're in North Pole now. And so a large majority of our families are in North Pole. Of course, North Pole is a growing community, and we really are thrilled to be out there and be able to provide a location that's closer to families. And then we can do open gym, which we're starting now. We have open gym over there. We're going to have art club, and just start building up the same clubs and activities and everything that we have in Fairbanks in North Pole. So that's our facilities and all of the things we can offer, and I'm really excited about that. And then, of course, there's playgrounds and all kinds of fun things.
Yeah, no, the playgrounds are top notch, and it is great to have those facilities close to where many of our families live. But I think, as you mentioned, it's great that they can also travel around to the other facilities and take part in activities happening borough-wide.
Exactly. So, for example, if in Two Rivers, maybe we do something with dog mushing or some kind of like agro-science type thing, all students can participate in that, not just necessarily Two Rivers students. So yeah, it'll be great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we've talked a little bit of some things that differentiate BEST from other programs. What are some other things that you would like to tell folks about?
Yeah, well, number one, I think, is the fact that we are your hometown homeschool. We're here. We're your neighbors. We've all been teaching in the district for a long time. We have a lot of experience working here in the district and in the community. We're your neighbors, and we love working with our families.
Mm-hmm.
But also, we offer things, for example, students can take their 2 classes at their attendance area school,
mm-hmm.
right? And they can do sports at their school. So for middle school and high school, for example, being a BEST student gives you that ability to participate in sports. In middle school, you have to be in BEST. If you're a homeschool student,
mm-hmm.
Only BEST students can participate in activities in middle school. So that's a great benefit. And then talking about athletics, so one thing that we've been working on, we have a lot of athletes that are our students.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that NCAA or NC2A is really important to a lot of families. And so we've really worked hard to be able to help families with that. And we are now an NCAA-approved online school. So our Acellus courses are direct. They're all NCAA approved. Don't have to go through the rigmarole of doing the core course sheets and going through all of that. So we're really excited about that and the flexibility that offers families. So if you're a traveling athlete and you have to you don't have to worry about all of the I need a proctor, I have to do this, I have to do that, because we can help you directly through BEST.
Yeah, and for families maybe that have elementary or middle school students and they think that their son or daughter might be college bound and want to play and participate in activities at the university level, why is that such a big deal to have that NCAA approval?
Well, NCAA, they're very particular about the courses that students take.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to have a very rigorous course load, and they have to be college prep courses. And so they go through a process of looking at what the content is, the pacing, who's teaching it, how are students graded. And so all of those things go into how the NCAA evaluates courses. They're very, very particular about making sure that the students who enter their Division I and Division II and Division III programs are well equipped for college. They don't want, they want to make sure everybody is college ready and will be able to do well and do their best. So that's why it's so important.
Yeah, doing their best with BEST. And so
yeah.
I love that. And preparing those future collegiate athletes.
Yes.
One of the things with homeschooling comes an allotment. Can you explain what an allotment is and how that works in our BEST homeschool?
Yes. So an allotment it's money that families are provided to help fund their educational expenses for their students. So curriculum, school supplies, anything that relates to their individual learning plan, or ILP as we call it, can be funded with the allotment. And so if, your student needs a new device, for example, we can fund up to $499 of that with the allotment. Internet is something else. If your student's taking an online course, we can help, use the allotment to pay for the internet. Mm-hmm. But that's what it's for. It's to make sure that you can choose the curriculum you want. You have the funding to do that. And of course, we guide you to make sure it meets Alaska state standards and everything. But it gives you the freedom to do that.
And who does that guiding for families? So
we have certified teachers that work at BEST. We call them educational specialists. Some places call them contact teachers, or advisors, education advisors,
Mm-hmm.
but we call them education specialists. And so we're all certified teachers, and we've all been teaching a long time. And so we're able to really work with families to make sure we're looking at the state standards and that the curriculum that they're choosing to use is robust enough to meet those standards.
I love that. So some great recommendations for curriculum and materials that families can use because of having those certified teachers and real expertise within the classrooms. Exactly.
And also sometimes families want to do what we call individually designed courses. Mm-hmm. So they're like, I want to focus on, for example, problem-based learning, or I want to do this kind of curriculum, or I want to teach this class. And so not only do we help with standalone curriculum that they might be choosing, but we can also help families design a course. So maybe there's a specific type of English course that you want to do. We can help you look at the state standards and also look at the district curriculum if that would help guide you and kind of help families build a course, so to speak. So that's something else we do too.
That's great. And earlier in our conversations, you talked a little bit about some activities or clubs that are available at our different facilities. Could you go into some of that? And the reason I ask is oftentimes it's our best specialists that help out with that. But sometimes I think there's also families and volunteers that also help put on our clubs and activities.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a lot of clubs and activities, and it grows every year. And, talking about that, what's exciting to me is, yes, the ed specialists and staff do help with a lot of those. Families help, but what I'm really happy about is that we have a lot of students that are doing them now.
That's awesome.
So student-driven clubs, which I think is great.
I wasn't aware of that. That's great.
Yeah. So I think at least half of our clubs are probably student led. Yeah.
Excellent.
So, but we have all kinds of them. We have Songwriters Club, and that's a student club. We have Guitar Club. We have lots of art classes for all ages. We have, speaking of art, another student led club is paper quilling, which is an art form. And so we have a student who leads that. That's like her art form she likes to do, and she likes to share that. We have open gym times for all levels. We have Lego Club, which is a favorite. We have
the Lego Club. If you haven't seen that in action, man, that is a popular one and impressive to see.
Yes, the kids love that. The teachers love it. It's a lot of fun. Also, we have in our other locations too. We have more open gym. We have like dance clubs, like Move and Groove, I think is what we're calling it. There's going to be a roller derby club, which will be pretty fun.
Yeah.
We're in running club this year, so we're doing the running club. And let's see. Oh, there's a best preschool club. That's at Two Rivers, but any best preschooler could attend it, which is pretty fun. And we went and watched them the other day, and that was really fun. And I'm trying to think. There's so many now. It's hard for me to just ramble them all off.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Puzzlers Picnic, which is on Fridays. You can get together, do puzzles,
very
and
fun.
Eat their lunch.
And why are those clubs and activities important for our correspondence students?
They're important because the correspondence students want to make connections, and their parents want to make connections. And so that gives them a chance to be able to really get in and connect with other students, make friends, build a cohort. That's something that we've been trying to really build. It's harder once they're in high school to really start that. So we've been working with our elementary age to really start building those connections, so that way as they move up, they know each other. When they graduate, hopefully they all know, or they know a good portion of the other graduates that are on stage with them, rather than, everybody sort of being their own little island. So that's really, I think, one of the most important reasons that families and students want to participate in them. But we love to see that, because the friend groups that they can make, I think they're really important.
Yeah, absolutely. And so if I'm a family out there and I've been sitting on the fence about thinking about homeschooling, or I'm currently homeschooling with another program, but BEST sounds like an amazing opportunity, how do they go about enrolling in BEST?
Well, there's a lot of ways. I mean, we have a website, which is best.k12northstar.org, and you can find all kinds of info there on enrollment. There's an enrollment tab. They can call our office, of course, and Carolyn at the front will direct them to the right person or help them. They can stop by and visit, and we try to help them as much as we can, depending on appointments, but we'll make sure they can get a role and get all the information that they need. Those are, I think, the best ways probably to enroll with BEST.
Yeah, absolutely. And are there any important dates that parents should be aware of for enrolling?
Yes, so it's coming up pretty quick here. Our enrollment deadline to qualify for the allotment is October 1st.
Okay.
So that means that after that date, students would no longer be eligible for the allotment. They can still transfer in, They just or enroll, but they just wouldn't be eligible for an allotment after October 1st.
Okay, excellent. So if you're on the fence or want to make that move before October 1st.
Yes, which is like almost a week away.
Yeah, it's coming up quick, so you can take advantage of that full allotment. Otherwise, there's still great options and opportunities at best after that time period as well.
Yes, absolutely. We make sure that we find things that will work for families even after the allotment. So students can enroll whenever.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm very excited for the future of BEST. I think our new homeschool hubs in Two Rivers and North Pole will better support families in those locations, but then all of our families getting to take advantage of the unique opportunities that will be in those locations, I think will be excellent. So I just appreciate all the work that you and your team does to support BEST and support our BEST families. And anything else that you would like to leave us with today as we close out our conversation on BEST?
Well, I appreciate that. And the staff does work really hard. I'm really proud of my staff and all the work that they put into BEST and making sure it's successful. And I think one of the most important takeaways that I would say I want families to know is like we really work hard and are intentional about creating a welcoming environment for families. So we really want to make sure everybody feels welcome and they know that they can get help whenever they need. And so I really think, come by, stop by, check it out. We'd love to chat with you and see what you're thinking and what you'd like to do and see what we can make work.
I love that. Yeah, two of our new values of our new strategic plan are belonging and community. And when I think of BEST, you've been working on these values for a while, but even strengthening those things and making sure that our homeschool students feel like they're a part of a community and that they belong with BEST. And so thank you for doing that. And just a huge thank you to all of the families that we have the opportunity and the very honor to work with through the BEST Homeschool program. I love seeing you out at events and interacting and hearing about the amazing things that you're doing with your kids and your students.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we have a lot of fun.
All right. Well, that's another episode of the Alaska EdVenture podcast. Thank you very much for being on today. And thank you to our listeners. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks for having me.